Oh, welcome back everybody to Elder Scrolls Online with Tamrain our Crafter. We are heading into episode 230 and we're going to go kill Slim-Jah and Mother Lightning before Slim-Jah gets her tribe killed. Let me just hit that Q again. I'm going to try and get the restoration potions up on top. You know what we should do also? We should probably eat this fortifying meal. So we'll eat that. There we go. That looks a lot healthier now. We'll grab a Crown Tri-Restoration Potion. We'll get that going. And there. It's nice to see the zone chat being a lot more helpful. We all started somewhere. So we should all help others starting out too. Well, let's have her. Militant Prickblade. You do doubt the militancy of these people want a true home. You don't want to end the home. Wow, was that you? You vicious... I don't want to know what he's doing with the rest of that elf. Oh, right, he's quick, isn't he? Alright, you're going to be a very fat guar if you keep eating all of the lizards that we killed. Alrighty. We can take the drinks. I tend to not take the drinks. You can sell them for a couple of gold a piece, which is not too bad, I guess. If you want, but you don't really need to. I'm just looking for... See, that's an alchemy bottle, loads of potions. That guar has got his tail right in the shot there. Hopefully you guys... Oh, a grub basket. Gotta love these things. These things have saltwater bait in it, almost as surely as zombies occasionally have it. Grub baskets usually have at least two kinds of bait, and very often it is saltwater bait.
From the side.
Which, if you've been hunting for sea fish, you'll know can be quite difficult to get. There we go. So away we go. Oh wait, is that Mother Wamasu? No, it's just a normal Wamasu. Let's just get some bugs down because bugs are useful. There, slap that thing. I don't care which particular thing, just slap it. It would be good if we slap this though. Get some flies in there, get some brutality going. Brutality going. Looks like I've broken a piece of armor, so I might have to, before we go into the next battle, let's very quickly go into I. We'll go over to our consumables. Go to repair items, see if my crown repair kit... Okay, this is a bound crown repair kit, and clearly it's not bound to this character. So I'm going to have to get that out of there and find which character it belongs to. Equipment repair kit. Oh no, I can use it. No, I can't use it. Alright, I'm not sure why the repair kits are not working. This is not bound, so it's just a tool. Repairs items of any level. Items less effective on items over level 29.
Hit them where it hurts.
Okay, it does help if I'm hitting E instead of R. So let me just fix that. Okay, that's fixed. Hit them where it hurts. Good advice. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you hang around in the area where you fight something, very often you'll end up having to fight it again because it will respawn, and if you are not paying attention... you'll end up having to kill it again, or it will end up killing you. Of course, you can get some nice treasure out of it. Let's see if there's any treasure up here. No. Let's keep going. Looks like we have some more friends over here. That one has a bow, quiver on his back. Let's see if we can get him. 10. Is that a guar? It's an alit. Even worse than a guar. They did bring them over from Black Marsh. I know. A militant Deadeye. I know. Well, I wish we could just talk them into peace, but that's not going to happen. So when that's not going to happen and they're going to threaten the lives of many, we'll steal their fish and eat their bananas. Which means you have to kill them first because they don't give up their fish and bananas easily. There's an outlet, we'll take that for one. Listen, Nips No Fingers, will you just not? I am lost. I should be looking at my map. Oh no, we're heading in the right direction. So even though we feel a little bit lost, we're not that lost. Let me just check over here. Thought I could see a little alcove. No, that's good. It's clear. Clear! Okay, these come together, yep. Ah, that looks like our Mother Wamasu over there. Take that. What was that? That was Kragamor's Zingamazte, probably. Thieves Trove, we'll grab that thing. I know. Don't try doing this with Bastion, he gets a bit bent out of shape if you steal all the things. Any kind of stealing, even stealing from thieves, he doesn't like. But taking stuff that's left lying around, he's okay with. I should be watching, yeah, 138. We've managed to really... Is that a grub basket? No. I know, I like grub baskets because fishing and stuff. Oh, someone taught me how to get some more leads that I hadn't gotten, and it was by fishing. And because I don't do enough fishing, I haven't worked it out yet. This is Mother Lightning. We're going to deal with Mother Lightning first and hope that certain companions will deal with her and take her out. Ancestor spiked epaulets. It's another camp over here. Or is that the same one? The one I just... No, it's not the one I just looted because it still has stuff. I know. So she was a hero for her people, but... unfortunately... this is the back door for the sea cave entrance. We don't need to go back in, no, we just need to come this way. And if they hadn't, if the Dominion hadn't basically stayed on the, barricaded the cave, we'd never have had to have done this. It's really sad. Oh, really? Cleansing fire.
This is where clothes come from?
It surely is. I know, I'm sure we saw someone over here, but I think it was just someone teleporting out. What's up there? I know, how much trouble can you get into? Return to the Gray Mire. Talk to No Fingers. Let's go talk to No Fingers. I like how he didn't call himself Lost No Fingers. Okay, we're not looting in here because... well, I mean, you can, but if you get caught, you get into trouble, but it's also stealing, and I don't like doing it. Most of the time.
Back. You stopped Slim-Jah then? Oh no. Eager Teeth didn't survive, did she?
I'm sorry, she didn't survive the battle.
I see. You'll be missed, Eager Teeth.
I...
But this is no time to mourn. Officer Parwinel grows impatient with our tribe. Perhaps if you were to calm the waters, she would leave us be.
Why do you want me to speak for your tribe?
None of the others will speak with her. They fear she'll find out about the fighting. So they cling to silence and hope I make it all go away. But I'm a terrible liar. There's no way I could disguise Utete and Slim-Jah's absence.
You want me to lie about what happened?
I don't want the tribe forced out of its home. These people, my people, they found hope in the Gray Mire. I don't want it wrenched away from them due to Slim-Jah's foolish actions. If I may ask, what will you tell her?
I'll do what I think is right.
As you should. I just hope what you think is right is what's best for my tribe.
So do I, No Fingers. So do I.
Now just calm down. I haven't made any decisions yet.
This is it. The Dominion plan to drive us out of Grahtwood.
My scouts reported sounds of battle along the beaches. This forces my hand. If I can't explain this immediately, my superiors will hear about this and assume the worst. I need you to tell me what's going on in the Gray Mire.
Some of the Argonians plan to attack your soldiers.
Where are they?
They're dead. I stopped them.
Good. It seems I have little choice. If there are rebellious elements in the Gray Mire, I have to recommend the tribe be exiled.
Why? The tribe wants to live here in peace. Those who disagreed are now dead.
If you can assure me these people can be trusted,
I can.
I'll push for them to remain. But if you have any doubts, speak plainly.
The Dominion has nothing to fear from these people.
Then that's all I need for my report. My superiors won't be happy, but I'm sure they'll get used to the idea eventually. Thank you for seeing the truth of the matter. I hope to have those wretched wooden barricades down within the month.
Well, they were the cause of the problem. Please tell your superiors that.
Can you use that talent to clear my bar
As long
tab?
as this tribe pledges itself to the Dominion, you will always have a home in Grahtwood.
If it means we belong, we'll pledge. Right, Shatuna?
Yes, praise the divines. Whatever allows us to stay.
I'm glad you're all so excited. Please, if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
I know what you need, a drink. Oh dear. I know. Look, I always worry about telling the truth in this game when you get that kind of a choice, but sometimes it is for the best because eventually they would have found out anyway. And if you lie to cover it up, and then the tribe doesn't go through.
Right?
So we give the tribe the best chance by being as honest as we can. I know, I was hoping I didn't get caught up in the vines. I very nearly came unstuck. So, happy endings all around, except for losing wonderful Bitey Gua. I know, Bitey Gua, that's not her name. That was a spider. Oh, and the bear has decided to pick a fight with it. Right, that's dealt with that. Now I have to go back and loot it. Loot all the things. I know. Ancestor Silk. It's hiding in there. Right. We're actually heading, we're not going to Redfur. What am I trying to do? Get myself lost. We're going to Fit to Rule. So we're still on our way to find Conservator Daraneth. Now, are these people friendly? No, which means I can rob them blind. Oh, that's a recipe. So there you go, recipes. Backpacks are great for recipes. They're one of your best options if you're looking for new recipes. Urns are wonderful too.
And that's how it's done.
That was a lead. The 8-star Chandelier. Yes, it's now available to scry. Am I a big enough level, a good enough level to scry that one? I don't know. Yes, we can scry these ones. We're doing it. We're doing this now. We're going to get another Bosmer hunting horn. Alrighty, let's go with 2. Just grab that the way it is. That one should take out the rest. This was our simple one. This is what wasn't the lead I'm excited about. The lead I'm excited about is actually a furnishing. Alrighty. It's not too far away. It's kind of in the direction we want to go to. Now, let us go back to Jay. We're going to scry the 8-star Chandelier. This will be a little harder to do. 2, boom. Let's go 2 again. We'll come up the middle. We've got to remember this isn't Rosalor, so this character has a few more limits. But today they're not going to bother us. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's a way away. But you know what? I think there's an adventure. Yeah, we've got to get that bow back. So that's kind of not out of the way too. Now this was an enemy encampment. We're going to just kind of toddle in, zap the mage, go get him, Tans. Bad mage. Worm cold. Well, yes, we definitely want to murder that. I'm apart from ingredients, I'm looking for I'm looking for books, any kind of like that. Okay. Bone Orchard Research Log 4. Located a root cluster today. Attempts to immolate, cut, or otherwise destroy it prove fruitless. We'll have to find another way. Consulted with the spinner. She's reluctant to help, but knows to defy me is her death. Still, I do not believe she's aware of our purpose here. According to her histories, this great tree, as she calls it, is soundly rooted in the skull of one of the wandering ones. When its growth called it to burst through the skull, a guardian was put in place to ward the roots from harm. This guardian has slept for many years, and the weight of the skull's breach has been buried by the ages of undergrowth and decayed foliage. Grab that corn basket, grab the crate. We've got the research log. Loot the crates, that one's empty. Alright, so that's one book. I wonder if there are any more books. Oh, look at this, one right here. Research log 2, let's see a bit of that. So if you just zip past and ride through everything, you are going to miss some interesting bits and bobs. And research logs that you are going to want to fill your collections with. Research log 2. Our initiates have assembled a minor force of skeletons and set them to patrolling the camp for intruders. If news of our presence reaches Elden Root, it would draw unwanted attention. While I doubt we will remain hidden for long, our new allies should be able to cover our presence for the time being. The cave on the hill bore some fruit. At least one of the local spinners was quite forthcoming in regards to the history of this place. Evidently, the local Ifrit cult planted a seed in the skull of one of the wanderers while he was at rest. He, and others of his kind, have not budged since. While I'm not one for superstition, it seems likely these events are linked. We'll begin to investigating the tree's relationship to the wards immediately. On a final note, one of the initiates found a strange glowing skull at the edge of camp. We probed its enchantments and could find no trace of necromancy at work. Very curious. I can feel it watching me. There's a skull over there. Let's have a look at that. Alright. We are going to have to go back and empty a few of these out. I keep hoping to find something good in amongst the weapon racks, but I can't. Oh look! Last of the old bones. Many years before your time. Alright, I won't read all of this. But a great beast made entirely of bones did burrow a writhing path through the ground, named the Destroyer by those who survived its passage. It's said the Destroyer's coming could be felt as a quailing of the sod a full day before its arrival. When it arrived in a place, it would writhe about, shattering walls and toppling buildings. It did so until it found men on Myr who could answer its question, for the Destroyer would always question its victims. The oldest accounts of these questions were all variations on where can I find the old bones. The canniest of those asked would point in a direction deemed most expediently away from and least destructive to their remaining homes. As it searched, its questions changed. As it neared the end of its rampage, it was known to ask, "May I sleep here? It has been so long since I slept." The only one known to answer yes to this question was the tree thane of Falinesti, the walking city. Knowing Falinesti would soon move on from where it wintered in South Point, she convinced the Destroyer to sleep in the boughs of Arborfeld, an orchard known for its abundance of bats. There, Ifrit priesthood planted a blessed seed in the skull of the great beast as it slept. The seed soon grew into a sapling, and the saplings into a great tree, and the great tree into Barabau. The bones have not stirred since. In the ages following the Destroyer's final rest, ancient bones have sometimes been unearthed throughout the Valenwood. Though silent, these remains are brought to Arborfell, now the Bone Orchard, in hopes they will always remain so. This tradition has spread throughout Valenwood. Bosmer far and wide have taken to burying the bones of their loved ones in the shade of the Barabau. Here, they believe, Ifrit will grant his blessing, a final sleep for the lost. Wow. There are so many stories in this area. I know we've killed them once. Let's wander up this way. And then we'll head on back to where we're meant to go. Oh, you pain in the neck. I gotta stop hitting the wrong key. There's got that one. Right, let's grab that runestone.
Where do runestones even come from?
Alright, we're heading out this way because we'll just grab that rock. I know, I'm pretty sure Tan doesn't like
Tough work. Better you than me.
That's right. Oh, Dringoth. I wonder what Dringoth wants. Let's go find out. Oh, look, we will get to where we need to go. I just want to explore all the things first. Let's go, and I also want all the heartwood I can have.
Go around!
Next time, let the lady take the wood in peace. Well, okay, what were you guarding so zealously? Just some barrels of yeast, which is fine as far as it goes. Grab some bugloss. Oh, Dringoth. Is that the glowy skull?
Sorry, bees, but this one's ours.
Wonderful. Thought I'd be yapping here for eternity. Blasted wormies only have eyes for the empty ones. Very well. Tie me to your belt and we can get started. No time to lose.
What are you talking about? How can you talk?
How can you breathe?
Oh,
You
dear.
just do without thinking much about it. It's the same with me in talking. Or worm cultists digging up old bones. Didn't ask if they belonged to anyone, did they? The wormies just started making skeletons.
The worm cult is creating undead here.
Yes! Pieces of me are all over the place. It's rather disconcerting. Probably not the first skeleton you've had to reassemble, and I doubt I'll be the last.
No,
but
well,
once
there
I'm
was
walking
that one in
again, we
Cold
can
Harbor.
figure out what the wormies want with the bone orchard. Deal?
All right, I'll get your bones back from the worm cult.
Ah, quite the view from up here, eh? I meant the landscape. Don't get any ideas.
We will, I promise, eventually get to where we need to go. But
All right, let's find the rest of me. Try
Keep
searching
off
the
the
wormy
bones.
camps or knocking some skeletons around until my bits fall out.
all right, I can do that for you. Knock some skeletons around till your bits fall out. We should have visited with you first, because I've knocked a few skeletons around. I can't tell if these are your bits or not. Of course, killing all this undead really helps with the
Efficient little nitwits. Could be part of me in every skeleton here.
I'm sorry. I don't think he appreciates me beating up all the skeletons. He's thinking I might crack some of these bones, and he's rather attached to the idea that they're his. Alright. I'll just pick the bones out of this one.
That was my femur. Wait, no, my femur bends to the left. Carry on.
My femur bends to the left. Carry on. Oh, look. A thing. Alright, we have to go and get that. Because I need some more skill points to spend. A sack of bones. Well, let's rescue that then.
That tickles.
Oh, yeah. Alright, cabinets. Bookshelves. Barrels.
We show them.
A book. There was... Okay, we want to search the desk if we can. Avoid steel girdle. That's not exciting. Bone Orchard Research Log 3. Initial tests indicate that the tree in the center of this place is in fact linked to the woods protecting the bones. Injuring it by breaking off branches or cutting the trunk reduces the efficacy of the wards by an almost imperceptible degree. Unfortunately, any damaged tissue is almost immediately regenerated. If we're to release the wards, we'll have to find a more effective means of killing the tree. I have segregated the initiates into a series of excavation teams. They'll begin digging for the roots at once. Perhaps they'll prove more vulnerable to our methods. Meanwhile, our glowing skull has learned to speak. At first it was tolerable, simply requesting to be reunited with the bones it believes we have used to construct our skeletal minions. When we did not comply, it began singing offensive tunes as loudly as it could, an impressive feat for a construct without lungs. As we could find no easy way of destroying the skull, we have exiled it to the camp's perimeter. Perhaps if we leave it alone, it will return to its dormant state. Ah, yeah. Okay, last of the old bones. I'll leave those alone. There's a bookshelf. Let's grab that. A hero born. Alright. There's another sack of bones. Let's steal that then.
Look at all the dirt on my bones. I
Oh,
used to
dear.
bathe weekly to keep myself presentable.
Bone Orchard, Research Log 1. Creative application of energies ensured the locals were eager to see us safely to Arborfell. Fine. I guess we need those bones too, so let's grab clavicle, pelvis, and how
My
many clavicles
pelvis
has he
is
got?
filthy! What did the wormies do? Use it as a shovel?
You don't want to know, my friend.
That should
Let's
come in
go
handy.
there, we'll grab this. Take all of those. Loaded this. Loaded that. There we go. That's a mage. We definitely want to murder that. Now that sack of bones, which I was busy investigating, the mage just crumbles into.
That's the last one. Quickly now! Drop my pieces on the ground and I'll put myself back together.
Dringoth!
You have no idea how good this feels. To be whole again and walk with my own 2 legs. To have legs at all.
What's next?
Next? Oh, you mean the wormies?
I do.
Can't leave them here, digging up bones that dig up bones?
Do you know why they're digging?
No idea. That's why we'll need to investigate, yes? That's the thing for us. Investigations all around! Their biggest dig site is nearby. Hard to miss it, really. Unless you're one to miss a hole in the ground.
Oh no, I try not to fall into those. Alright, let's go.
Charging off like filled and near blood drunk, eh? Don't expect me to lend a hand. Perhaps a rib will do?
Oh no, I'm
Point
good.
it at
You
any
can keep your
wormy
ribs.
skeleton and I'll have it fighting at your side. No, it's no trouble. You can thank me later. Onward to the dig site.
Okay, I'm gonna build myself an army of skeletons. Where am I meant to be going? Ah. The opposite way to what I want to be going. That's okay, because I want to be going back that way anyway. Hi,
Hey, you asked for this.
Hi. Oh god, really, Tans? Okay, you're gonna use Dringoth's rib.
Just when I hit my stride.
Okay, and they follow you. Oh, this is going to be fun. How many of these things can I get? Okay, Dringoth's rib, right? No, it only works once? Fine. Let's go. Dringoth, that was a one-shot wonder. I'm disappointed. What's up there? Oh no, I can use Dringoth's rib. I just have to be at the right level for it. What I'm actually looking for is probably around here. Oh wait, can I use Dringoth's rib over here? Okay, no, it's good. Tan, don't kill that one.
Flowers make me so nostalgic.
You killed it. Stop killing my skeletal slaves. Okay, this beaver dig site. No invitation to use a rug now? Well, fine then. Beavers.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Dragonthorn.
Gora dear! Gora dear, what have they done?
What does it look like? They dug up my barrow.
Why?
Wouldn't stop asking about the roots.
Oh,
The roots? Why would they care about the... Oh, no.
Told them they were asking for trouble. But did they listen? Went right to the barrow bar. Idiots.
Hey, friend, listen, we have a problem.
we do?
The wormies must be here for what's under the barrow bow. With enough of the little skeletons, they'll be able to dig up the big ones. I knew I shouldn't have said anything to that Ethruan fellow.
Who? What did you tell him?
The wormy leader. Told him he'd have no use for the big bones in the ground with the barrow bow to keep them sleeping. But if he digs up the barrow bow's roots, he'll kill it. Then he can build giant wormy skeletons to stomp around.
Well, how can we stop him?
There are others like Goradir sleeping beneath the barrow bow. If they knew what the wormies wanted, they'd help. but we can't get there without Spinner Amariel's help, and she's not too happy with me.
Where can we find Spinner Amariel?
She's up on the ridge overlooking the bone orchard. Maybe I shouldn't go with you. No, that's silly. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. But just to be prudent, I'll let you do the talking.
All right. Guardia.
You're Dringoth's friend, right?
I put him back together.
Spinner Amariel won't be happy about that.
Spinner Amariel.
Very bright, good sense of humor. No patience for Dringoth's mischief. Years ago, she'd had enough, so she took him apart and scattered him around the bone orchard. I laughed hard enough to shift my barrow.
What can you tell me about Dringoth?
Most of us choose to sleep in our own bones. But Dringoth borrowed those of a long-dead elf. He was always restless, even in life.
I nearly didn't talk to Guardia. Where are Dringoth's original bones?
Dringoth's true bones are gnarled in the roots of the barrow bar. Some say they're the oldest in the orchard. Look out for him, would you? His recklessness tends to wear at the others buried here.
What are you?
Tired. Very tired.
Oh, what were you before you died?
Much taller.
I'm going to leave the very scary bone skeleton thing alone now. Much taller. Oh, that's cute. Very cute. All right, let's go talk to Spinner Amariel. I know all of these little side quests. There's so many hidden stories. Actually, it makes me want to go and play what do you call it? Skyrim. Elder Scrolls versus Skyrim, or Skyrim versus Elder Scrolls, one of those. Oh, I think it saw me. Yeah, it did. Anyway. I used the rib. I know, my companions are murdering my skeletal slaves.
Think they got what it takes?
Oh dear. I apologize, Dringoth. So, yes. What did she used to be? Oh, much taller. Yeah, that's great. Alright, in we go. So yeah, I feel like playing Skyrim because it occurs so much further after oh, what do you call it? After Elder Scrolls.
We need your help. It's an emergency.
I thought I was supposed to do
Who put you
the
back
talking.
together? Are you to blame for these worm cultists?
Not at all.
No, he's
well,
not.
Not exactly. I'll let my friend fill you in.
You will? Your friend that's stealing all the stuff, yeah. Spinner?
Why did you let Dringoth talk you into this? Do you know how much trouble he's brought to the bone orchard? My apologies. His very presence wears at my manners. What do you need?
Worm cultists took over the bone orchard.
Yes. Their leader threw and made vague threats about me remaining inside. He's attempting to raise the old bones beneath the Barrow, but there's no way he'll do that before Eldenroot sends a patrol. So I'm staying put.
They already dug up Gorodir.
Dug up? But that would take weeks. How do they manage?
They're raising an army of skeletons.
Why? Those old bones are useless to them. The Barrow shields them from necromancy. But if they can dig up the Barrow's roots... Oh no. They plan to turn the old bones into an army!
We need to wake the old bones before the worm cult does.
Here. This is Niranon's horn. Head beneath the Barrow and sound the horn before the gate. It's the only way inside. Unless you want to help the worm cult with their digging.
I'd rather
and
not.
don't let Dringoth sneak off with that horn.
Make no promises. That skeleton is a tricksy fellow. Oh, oh, great. That's fantastic. All right, let's go. We have read Last of the Old Bones. Oh my gosh. Don't let him sneak off with the old horn. Let's enter Barabo below. I know this is a great little adventure. I'm glad I didn't bypass it in my hurry to get everything else done. This is gorgeous. It's just such a little rest from, you know, all the dire doom and gloom and stuff. So we had the very serious adventure.
Don't forget to check for bugs.
You don't like that? Nothing wrong with a few bugs, girl. Alright, Barabo, let's go. Alright, looks like we've got some adventurers ahead of us. Probably not a lot of point in searching all the things, but that's okay. Well, are you searching these? No, you're going to run on ahead. Alright, well I'm going to... Oh, Destroyer's Rest. That looks like a lorebook. Herein lie beneath the soil Destroyer's bones, no more to toil, beneath the starry skies above, or rend us from our heartfelt love. For many years the bones brought fear to little elves, both far and near, but when Destroyer took its rest, a seed we laid within its breast. In time we hope its roots grow deep, and neath the soil will come to keep Destroyer's body here interred for many years, till spoken word forgets his name and brings us peace, as only time shall slay this beast. Well, okay. I think the other adventurer got to go through most of this anyway, so I'm going to assume that anything left behind is just the dross they didn't want. And that's okay. If I can get to these upper ones. I'm just looking for recipes, or mostly recipes actually. I don't really mind anything else. I think the other adventurer, well, they got here before us. Use Niranan's horn. Let's go.
Who disturbs the heart of the barrow bow?
Niranan, enough with the theatrics! You need to let us in!
Dringle, what are you doing here? Who is with you? And why are there intruders in the roots of the barrow bow?
That's why we're
Dringle,
here.
what have you done?
Nothing, I'm trying to help!
Once again you bring us suffering. Banishment is too good for you this time.
Uh-oh.
Dringoff, what have you done?
What will you make us lose this time, Dringoth?
Dringoth, what did you do in the past to make them so mad at you?
You should have left, Dringoth.
They are really aggravated. Alright, I don't think it matters which way we go.
Ulthras will not forgive you again.
Oh dear, Ulthras.
Why, Dringo? Why return?
To save you.
Dringoth, you were banished, yet you dare return?
You are in so much trouble, Dringo.
Necromancers are trying to kill the barrow bow!
You warn of danger. Dringoth, who leveled nations with his girth. Your restlessness trapped us here in the first place.
There are a vast number of elf bones in the bone orchard. If we all use them together, we can drive out the invader!
Together? Since when have you done anything that wasn't for yourself? Once more you bring danger upon us, then beg for our help to end it. No longer! You'll remain beneath the barrow bow until the world forgets you!
Ulthras, wait!
We have no quarrel with you, living one. Indeed, we thank you for your part in awakening us. The invaders in the barrow bow must be stopped.
Why can't Dringoth help fight the worm cult?
Because we must punish him for his transgressions. The elf bone shell to which he was banished will no longer suit him. We'll return him to the old skull around which the barrow bough first grew. The very skull that surrounds this room.
Why do you have to do this now?
Dringoth's crimes are unforgivable. We once sought a true death in the farthest reaches of the world, but his aimless wanderings led to our imprisonment. Here, we can never die.
Dringoth wants to stop the worm cult. Why not let him help?
Perhaps we were too hasty. Very well. Because Dringoth broke his exile only to warn us of so great a threat, we'll allow him to leave us in peace, but only if he aids us in driving out the invaders.
Thank you.
You would make a great spy.
Enemies at the inner gate. Come quickly, we'll drive out the worm cult.
Alright, repel the worm cult. Let's go, guys. I know, let's go. Like I could stop this army of skeletons with a mind of its own anyway. I wonder what happens if I steal stuff now they're away.
Rise, my friends! Rise and slay the intruders!
Let's
Return
go.
them to the dust!
Someone is a little cranky. Dringoth, you never warned me waking Ulroth up would be a bad idea.
They'll never make us their slaves.
From the sides!
I'm not sure I'm happy with having a flesh edge mark. Worm cult assassin. Oh, okay, that was not a skeleton. The weapon needs charging. Let's just grab that. So you right click on your weapon, you hit charge. You should have some soul gems, you use those to do that with. Let's just go over here. We'll do charge on this one as well. It's fully charged because I'm not using my back bar like I should. Alrighty. On my front bar. I'm not using one of my bars anyway. I find it a little bit hard to switch. Which means I am operating at a slight disadvantage. Alright, talk to Dringoth outside. Dringoth.
Can't say I'll miss throwing back wave after wave of wormies and their bony minions. But now I have a chance to see the world, meet new and interesting people. Only now I won't accidentally smash everything in my path. Rather embarrassing, that.
What will you do now?
See the world, I expect. Folks may not take kindly to chattering elf bones, but it's better than stomping everything to jelly, eh?
I guess. Have a good journey.
I'm sure I'll see you around. The world's only so big. Bigger now, I expect. Ooh, how exciting!
Where are you off to first?
You know, I hadn't thought about it. I usually just pick a direction and start walking. Though sometimes that doesn't work out so well. Take the Sea of Ghosts. Seems like a fun jaunt, yeah?
The Sea of Ghosts?
Up north, very north, lots of water. Ice like you wouldn't believe. But the barnacles, oh, do they chafe. Took me a decade rolling around in desert sands to rid myself of those.
You've, been to the desert?
Oh yes, loved it. Warm, dry, and the sand feels so good on my bones. Unfortunately, the people there aren't big on walking skeletons. Not many are, but there in particular. I was on my best behavior, too. They had no need to react like that.
What happened?
When they saw me coming, they took for the hills, the caves, whatever was available to hide in. By the time I reached a city, it would be completely deserted. Made me terribly lonely. But that was long ago. I should visit, see how things have changed.
Just dress first. Oh dear. I may have unleashed trouble on the world. Thought you said we were done with defeating the worm cult. Ow! And now I don't have his rib because I had to give it back. Alrighty. Now I believe we had a Skyshard to visit, and then we had to go and find a, well, not ready for a trading post. We're getting there, but we're just not there yet. Let me just go back into my J for journal. Back to Fit to Rule, because that's why we came this far south. No, we've unlocked Bone Orchard, I believe. Let's look at our map. That little coffin thing is now still coffiny, but it's now a white coffin, which means we've unlocked it. The shrine to the south leads north. Whoop.
You there, halt! There's great danger ahead.
All right.
You there, halt! There's great danger ahead.
Think something big knocked this over?
Let's talk to this lady, Soldier Garrian. How are you?
South Point is currently off limits. You'll need to keep back for your own safety.
What happened?
The citizens of South Point are killing each other in the streets. I've seen nothing like it. Captain Alonthor may need help evacuating survivors. You'll find him by the road, outside the town.
I'll speak to your captain. After we skin this guar. Alright, so this looks like another main story quest. Well, that's good. How many of those have we got left now? Oh, we're halfway through. I know, wolves. I'm actually just trying to find this gem. Here it is. Hiding in a little niche. Look at that. Well, Tans in the Bear deals with wolves.
I can feel it humming.
She loves it when we do sky shards too. She's quite excited by those. Right, that's our first piece. Does that mean I've picked up a piece already? Yes. Alright, we were just checking our world skills, making sure that we had nothing else. So when I get to level 7, I'm going to need another couple of, I think I need another 4 or 5 things. Alright. No. Yeah, Conservator Daranath and Captain. Okay, let's talk to Captain Alonthar. It looks like we've got to go to South Point anyway. Basically, because
Don't forget to check for bugs.
she's not keen on me getting the cloth stuff. Sometimes she gets very excited. Let's go talk to this person here. Hi, Angamar.
I'm looking for work. Know anyone who needs a hauler? I'm real good at breaking down tents, packing them up, and hauling them where they need to be unpacked and pitched. And don't say carnival. I'm done with carnivals.
Carnival? What do you mean?
I was working in the carnival near Eldenroot. It wasn't a bad job, but the owner, Sarandel, doesn't know what she's doing. We came all the way from the Somerset Isles, and now the performers can't put on their acts.
What's the problem?
I don't know the details. Look, Sarandel can tell you herself. Me? I'm done with that operation.
Well, thanks, I may do that. Alright, we'll do the Carnival Conundrum, but first we're going to do that mission we've been aiming for the last couple of episodes. I just want to check and see if there's a book. Varieties of Faith, the Khajit. Alright, I won't read this, but they're basically Alkosh, the dragon, the king of cats, Whittlethar, the two moons dance, Joan and Jode, little moon god and big moon god, Mara, mother cat, Srendar, the runt and god of mercy, Kanathi, god
I can
of wind,
feel so many
Bandar,
aches
the bandit
in
god,
some very
Magris,
strange
cat's eye, the
places.
sun god, Rajin, the footpad, Azura, goddess of dusk and dawn, Shagora, skooma cat, or the mad god, Ursine, the hungry
You're
cat,
the one who exposed that swindler and Darway, aren't you?
Lorkaj, moonbeast.
Alien warlord, my ass.
I'm sorry, is he making fun of me? I don't really care. Who's that? That is a guild trader. So, you know how I was saying, when you search for things in a guild trader, this is how you do it. You go eat or talk.
You have business here?
Go to the guild store. Go up to enter an item name. I'm going to put in Praxis. Praxis. I'm going to hit enter. Actually, I'm going to hit R to start the search. So this actually lists all of the... Ooh, I will buy that one. All of the things, and Tams doesn't know these. We might grab that one. That's reasonably priced. Once it gets to up here, well, actually, let's have a look. We don't know that one. You know what? I might as well just buy these. Dwarven wall. Now that's exciting. Dwarven table. And a dwarven table. Cool. I'm pretty sure I don't have that either. Okay, that's all in my mail. I know, so if you wanted to do, what did I say, blueprints?
May I help you?
So let's have a look at blueprints. There are so many recipes in this game. I just got to be careful not to spend too much. So we just hit Art of Search. Oops. Go down to here. Hit Art of Search. Alright. Wooden bucket. What? I don't know that one. I already know this one. So elf wine rack. I don't know this one. A gibbet. I don't know if I want to know that one. Tea used to learn the recipes. That's $4,000. Now we're starting to get into the expensive stuff, and the reason it's been there for 13 or 14 days is because it's probably overpriced. I know. How badly do I want it? Probably not that badly. If it was less, if it was 1,000 or so, I might think about it. Alright. What else did we say? So that was Praxis, that was Blueprint. I've just got to try and work out what the other words are. There are like 3 of them. Praxis, Blueprint, Recipe. So oh, you just want recipes. Go R. So we've got most of these. It's only when they start to get to ridiculous that I don't like to buy them. I do have fragment 5, so I don't need that. With some of these, just be careful they're not already for sale. Yeah, I can't remember. So there's Blueprint, which we've done. Table. I'm just looking to see if there's something in here that will give me. So there's Blueprint. Not all of these are available. We just looked up blueprints. So let's just zip a little bit further. I'm looking for Breton. So what I've done is I've put in Breton because you have Praxis, you have Recipe, Crafting Motif. Well, let's see what they've got in those lines, shall we? Crafting Motif. Let's just put in Crafting Motif and then go R. Skin Changer Gloves, which I have, and I already have. No, wait. Redoran Boots. That's 15 grand though. That's a little bit much for me, I'm afraid. Alright. I'm going to put in Breton. Basically, I'm looking for Breton because Bretons you get blueprints. If we go down, we'll probably find style pages. I haven't looked up style pages. We'll look up those in a minute. There's our recipes. Pattern. Pattern is the other one. I know, I just can't remember them all off the top of my head. So there's like a few different search words to use if you're after more things. So we don't have that. We might as well get that one. We'll also buy... Yeah, we haven't got that. That looks exciting. That looks great. This looks great. Then we start to get the expensive stuff. And I'm like, do I really want it that badly? Yeah, no. Okay. So, Talvani Bed Fungal Double would be very, very cool though. I think I might just have to keep looking. So basically you loot all the things is the only way I can suggest you do it. Style pages was the other one. So patterns, blueprints, praxis, crafting, recipe. So crafting motif, recipe, art, design. That's the other one. Okay. So if you have a look, designs are for your furnishing and this one's provisioning. Yeah, I don't think I've got that one either. Let's grab that one. I'll probably pick up a few of these. Design in banana wax, we've already got that. Spice display, that looks cool. And then we have the much more expensive and wonderful things like the Daedric candles and the Necrom incense, which I'm not going to pick up because it's a little bit expensive for me at the moment. I'm supposed to be saving up for some of the more expensive houses, so I think that's it. Oh, diagram. That was the other one. All right, so you look up diagram. Yeah, they're a little expensive for me. That looks awesome though. A dwarven lamp. Yeah, so these diagrams are for blacksmithing, blueprints are for woodworking, and so on and so forth. The reason I'm using BRE is because it's short. It can be often used for Breton, so you've got blueprints, diagrams. So there's your crafting motifs. There's your designs. So we looked that up already. There's diagrams. So design, diagram, patterns, recipes. So recipes are also for drinks as well as food. I just want to make sure of that because I wasn't sure. You can buy rune boxes in some places. So I think the only thing we haven't looked for here is style page. So let's have a quick look at that. But if you are looking at having different things to do, I don't want a specific one. I just clicked on the wrong thing. All right. This brings up all the style pages. This is Dova's Door Helm. That's actually not a bad thing, but I already have it in my collections. Now, this is a gold style page. Usually when you have one character picks it up and learns it, all of your characters will have it. The other style pages are green through purple, or white through purple. You tend not to have those. I'm going to leave those in my mail for the minute. Kind of pleased with that. I'm not sure I'm going to let Tams keep all of them, but although it did come out of her gold, so maybe I should. But I'm trying to be logical. Now we are looking for Captain Elonthar. And I need to just grip of madness. Here we go. Need to just make sure I talk to them before I head on into the city, or I'm going to be very, very lost. Captain.
Turn back, citizen. South Point is... I don't know what to call it exactly.
What happened?
I sent 3 of my best scouts into South Point to answer that very question, but none returned.
Right.
Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements.
Right.
But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament.
What if I found your scouts?
I certainly won't stop you. One of South Point's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories?
I'll speak with her.
You should know Dareneth has some sort of position in Elden Root. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Captain.
Last I saw Dareneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up.
Can I ask you some questions?
Ask what you will.
What do you think is happening in South Point?
I don't care to speculate.
Why not?
I can only act upon what I know. It's apparent that the townsfolk have caused harm to themselves and others within South Point. Yes, it seems they've all gone mad. But until I know for certain, all I can do is hope to contain them.
And how long has South Point been like this?
Strange reports arrived in Elden Root a week ago. Little things, people acting oddly. But when a South Point guard delivered his own severed tongue to the Altmer embassy, someone noticed.
Oh, right.
If we weren't spread so thin, we'd have been here earlier.
Why are you spread so thin?
General Endari pulled her entire company from the Haven and left for parts unknown. In her absence, we filled the gaps.
An entire company?
I tried to commandeer forces from the Gray Mire, but the Thalmor Inner Council considers Argonian refugees a greater threat, in their wisdom.
I've dealt with that too. What can you tell me about South Point?
Centuries ago, it was an imperial stronghold, but now it's known as a sleepy coastal town with a big cathedral.
Right.
You'll find mostly Colovians who've been here for generations, and a handful of wood elves who don't pay much heed to the Green Pact.
All right, I'll look into it, Captain. Thank you. And guys, before we begin our investigation...
Did someone call my name?
I'm going to leave you there. If you enjoyed the episode so far, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.